Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today's video is going to be one of the most exciting videos I have ever made for Raid Shadow Legends because, well, I have managed to do something extremely crazy that honestly I did not believe possible, right? What I'm talking about is I managed to get to 4 key Ultra Nightmare 35 days in. Right now we're day 38, but I've done a stream. I've did this on stream. I guess I'll link the stream at the end. You can go check the whole stream, my thought process, my team building and all that, and you can see. But on day 35 I got to 4 key Ultra Nightmare clan boss with a specific team that only used 5 free to obtain heroes, right? I mean, at the time of this recording, all of the heroes are free to obtain. I'm recording this on 29th of June, 2025. So, you know, maybe later they're gonna change something, but as of now, the team that I used to 4 key Ultra Nightmare is the team of these ones, right? So Deacon Armstrong, which you can get through a link, you know, starter link. Vorges, again, is part of a link. To Hanorak from using the promo code Desert Queen. Then we have Morag Bronzelock, which is again free to obtain. You just have to play for like 27 days or something like that and get it from the Play and Play points program, right? You collect them, then use promo code PP500 to get yourself Morag. And then Hellborn Sprite is kind of like the only one that I summoned, but Hellborn Sprite can be a Valerie. Does not need to be Hellborn Sprite. I'm not using her for her weekend. She's not, you know, maybe she lands it once or twice here and there, but still, instead of her, it could be, like I mentioned, it could be somebody like a Valerie. You know, Valerie would bring the increase attack, I guess that would boost the Deacon and Valerie's attack. So all free heroes pretty much. Now, when it comes to the team and the speed tune, this is the speed tune that I use, but I want to mention massive shout out to Short on Skills, right? Short on Skills is a member of, like, you know, Deadwood Jedi's community, and you might have seen him in other communities for Raid Shadow Legends. He's the one that gave me a speed tune to start working on, and then from there I just tweaked a little bit, put my champions in, and I managed to do the insanity, I managed to do the craziness. That's 4K Ultra Nightmare. Still cannot believe I do it. And again, this is something that is massive for anybody, right? If you're somebody who wants to start playing Raid again, or if somebody that, you know, wants to start over and wants to have Ultra Nightmare as soon as possible, which is the #1 goal in this game, honestly, right? One of the best things that you can do in the game is try to get yourself to 4K Ultra Nightmare to get to that top chest, because it can give you sacreds, it can give you legendary skill books, voids, the best rewards, right? Some of the best rewards in the game are in this Ultra Nightmare clan boss. The cool thing about this team is that, you know, it's such an easy way team to do, and it's affinity friendly, right? Now, do keep in mind that this specific team might be hard to hit for Ultra Nightmare if you're facing Magic, because, well, it consists of 4 Spirit Champs. So definitely keep that in mind. But also keep in mind, as you're gonna see, that it's the gear is not ideal by any means. It's not fully maxed out gear. It's not the best gear. It's not the highest awakenings, not the craziest relics. It's, you know, the most basic and the most poor man's that I could have done. Because again, when I did this team, I only was farming Dragon on stage 16 to get gear, right? Stage 16 Dragon and Spider on stage 10. That's all, right? So I'm not gonna have the ideal banners, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. But let's look over the speed tune a little bit. So pretty much the way that this one works is we have the tune fall into sync, and after it falls into sync, everybody goes on a 2-to-1 ratio. What does that mean? Well, it means that for every 1 turn that the Demon Lord takes, we take 2 turns, right? So you're gonna see that, I think, from like turn 6 over here. So from turn 6, you're gonna see that for every turn that the Demon Lord takes, we take 2 turns. It works just perfect. Also, the way that the stun falls, it works just perfect. Like, I have not seen a way where this can be this can fail. We pretty much have it fall into sync. But again, keep in mind, keep an eye on it, see how your team works, how it does. But the reality is, and the way that this team works is, the only one that's going to be a little bit out of the tune, out of the protection, is going to be Deacon. So make sure you build him really tanky. I'm going to show you, and I'm going to suggest more, because you're going to see he's only going to have like ally protection over here, and then on this side he's only going to have strengthen, right? because he's gonna have strengthen from Morag when she does the A2, put strength on him. And then when it comes to stun, honestly, most of the time the stun goes either on Morag, which has ally protection strengthen, or it goes on Hellborn Sprite. Now, the cool thing about this team is, obviously, like most of the people can, or a few of the people can be replaced. If you have a better buff extender instead of Hellborn Sprite, go ahead. Like if you have Lady Mikage, hell yeah, go ahead. Then same thing for Verges. Actually, no, for Verges it might be quirky, because if you have somebody else, let's just try and have a look, right? Let's say we have Toragi. It might not work, right? Because the reality is Toragi the Frog brings a different kit. And what Verges brings for this team specifically is the fact that he also brings that increased speed, right? Let's see, is it that? Let me see, yep, there we go. So what Verges brings is, he also brings that increased speed on his ally protection, so he's now replaceable. Now Morag, again, is pretty replaceable. Ideally, what you can do is, for example, is, if you put Morag to be another buff extender, you should have the buffs on most of the time. So let's say we put Valerie over here, right, instead of Morag. We're gonna look and we're gonna see that AoE 1, we have the... what's it called? Ally protection and increased defense on, right? We're pretty good. Just I think Deacon's the only one that gets out of the increased defense again still. Then over here again, you're gonna see that we're gonna fall. I think you just have to set the buff extensions first. Let me just make this right. Let me see. Okay, yep, there we go. So Deacon has the increased defense, increased speed, and has the ally protection. Then over here again, increased speed, increased defense, right? Just loses the ally protection, still a lot better than before. And then for the stun one, we're pretty fine, right? Valerie is the only one that has actually Valerie and Tuhanorak have the ally protection, so you can try and get that to you know, get on them. But there's plenty that can work. Let's start with the speed tool. Let's have a look at the builds that actually have on the people, because like I said, they're nowhere near perfect. So first of all, Tuhanorak, she's running Righteous Perception and Speed, right? Just the speeds that you need. Oh yeah, 1 second. Speeds that you need: 229 for Deacon, 242 for Hellborn Sprite, 228 for Tuhanorak, 218 Verges, and then Morag, which was over here instead of Valerie, has to be 218. Now keep in mind, these are really specific, right? It might fail, right? I'm gonna have the link to this one anyway in the description, but this one might fail. For example, if Deacon, watch this, 229, if I give him Lord of Steel, it goes out of sync. Right, goes out of sync, so definitely keep an eye on that, because it can be really quirky. Deacon needs to be specific speed, specific rate if you have speed sets and perceptions and stuff, so definitely keep that in mind. Now let's have actually the look at the presets, because you know what, this team is full auto, right? It's full auto, you just click it, start, and goes on its own. So the way that it works, I have Deacon open with the A1, then priority, first priority the second skill, second priority the third one. Tuhanorak, priority 1, the A3, priority 2, the A2. You want to make sure that she has this prioritized, because if the boss has decreased attack or just block buffs on, she's not going to use the A2. And you want her to use this because she's our decreased attack champion in the team, and that's really important. Morag Bronze Lock, I made her prioritize the Strengthen, because obviously gives us more survivability. She counterattacks a ton. She's a beast. Verges, open with the A1, then use the A2, which is the ally protection, and then Hellborn Sprite, don't use her A2, right, if you use her, because you don't care about heal reduction. You open with the first skill and then make her prioritize the third skill, which is the buff extension. I guess let me quickly show you the damage as well, right, because I'm showing the team, I'm showing the builds, but I've not shown a damage that it's actually done. I'm just gonna show you the damage from the stream, if I can just find it. Okay, there we go, I found it. So, look at this damage, 19.62 million damage. We had Deacon Armstrong with almost 2.5 million, Tuhanorak 5.3 million, Morag almost 7 million, Verges 2.5 million, then Hellborn Sprite just a little shy to get to 2.3 million. So 19.6 is pretty good. What you need for 4 kills Nightmare is 17.5 million. So this one's doing good. Again, there can be some RNG, decrease attack, no landing, whatnot. Definitely want to keep an eye on the team, but for something that can get you to 4 kills Nightmare, it's worth rerunning a few times till you get the right damage, and it can be really amazing. Now let's jump in at look at the build. So Tuhanorak, Righteous Perception and Speed, she's running at 228. She has 73% crit rate. You're gonna see that these builds are like, you know, pretty minimal. You're gonna want to have around 2.8 thousand defense on most of your people, and then just try and squeeze some damage if you can. HP, don't go insanely high. You want to get more defense than actual HP, right? Because the more HP you have, the faster you die in the stun hit. So HP, if you can get like 35 to 40,000 HP, 2.8k defense for most people, that would be ideal. And then 200 rack, 248 accuracy, because she obviously needs that to land her debuffs. And also she does have a random Gaze of Damnation just to get a bit more accuracy on her. And then she has a 1-star blessing, and I gave her Brimstone. This 1-star blessing, I just refreshed and I bought it from the shop when it was available. She is fully skilled up. You don't care about her being fully skilled up, but you want the second skill and the third one to be fully skilled up in order for this to work as efficiently as possible. If you don't quite have the second skill, it might still work, but the third skill is mandatory. You want this on a 3-turn cooldown. Masteries for her, as you're gonna see, running down the left side, War Master, and then down the support tree. With this one, trying to extend the duration of the decrease attack and then more accuracy and stuff. Don't get Cycle of Magic, don't get Arcane Celerity, don't get Rapid Response. On none of the champs, don't get anything that can randomly refresh their skill. They can give them some more turn meter because it's going to fall out of sync, and you don't want that, right? These, like again, these speed tunes are specific for the speed, are specific for the turn meter and all that, so definitely keep that in mind. Next one, we have Vergis in a Stalwart plus speed. The only one I could make in Stalwart, right? It's just, I could not hit the speeds. Ideally, you'd want all of them to be in Stalwart and then just Morag and Toxic, and that's about it. But you can see again, not all pieces get maxed out. I have a random defense banner on her with no speed, no nothing. I would have preferred this to be an accuracy one, an accuracy chest. Again, the builds are far from ideal. But Vergis running a Stalwart 218, 48,000 HP, 3.1k defense, and that's about it. Nothing else really matters. Random Diadem of Undeath, which actually helps because it gives him like 4% more defense from the allied protection, a bit more defense over here. I do have a 3-star on him with Cruelty because again I got lucky and pulled it, so that's what I have. And then for masteries, again, War Master, and then down the support tree for him. But with gear, this is one of the ones, again, look at this. This is the level 8 banner, right? There's plenty of place to improve over here as well. Morag running a Toxic plus Perception. The reason why I went with Perception is because it gave me the speed that I needed, right? Not because she needs accuracy, no. Toxic set does not need accuracy to land those poisons. Just went with the Perception because that's what gave me the speed that I needed. Her total stats, 44,000 HP, 2.5k defense, 218 speed, crit rate really low, high crit damage, and then no accuracy, or a little bit of accuracy, but doesn't care. Malefic Talon on her, it's one of the damage ones that I had, I just threw it on. Keep in mind, don't give them either relics that give Stun Meter or whatnot. And then I do have a 1-star, I gave her Phantom Touch for the sake of the Fire Knight, honestly. It gives a little bit of damage, but not the best for her. And then when it comes to the mastery, she's running War Master and then down on the defense tree, because again, she doesn't really need that support tree. You could argue you could go over here and get Lasting Gifts to extend that strengthen, but I guess just test it out. I feel like the defense tree can work a bit better on her. Then next one, we have Deacon Armstrong. Deacon's running double speed per perception. Again, Morag again, see, 5 pieces now max, 6, 7, 8. There's only level 16 piece, and that's the boots. So obviously this can be 100% consistent if everything's maxed out, and you can even push a little bit higher, might even get to a 3-kill Ultra Nightmare. But yeah, continue. Deacon, speed plus perception, again, not fully maxed out, couple of pieces. This is a 4-star even, 4-star again with some accuracy, not the most ideal one. He's running 229, 48,000 HP, 2.8k defense, and then 237 accuracy. Now keep in mind, for Deacon, you don't care about his attack. You don't care about his crit rate. You don't care about his crit damage. For Deacon, you want him to be 229 speed, right? With, like I showed, 2 speed sets and a perception, no lot of steel. You want his HP to be like at over 40,000, right? The 40,000, 45,000, and then defense, push as much defense as you can on him. If you can get 3,000, 3,500, 4,000, just push as much defense as you can on your Deacon, because you've seen that he's the one that gets out of the tune, right? Or not gets out of the tune, but he's not covered by everything all the time. First AoE, he's only covered by ally protection. Second AoE, he only has strengthen. So the more defense you give him, the better it's gonna be. Also, don't forget to give him 230 accuracy. Suggestion, obviously, for the builds, like I said, Stalwart 100% would be amazing. If you can get Stalwart plus a Retaliation, or maybe an Immortal, Retaliation would be really awesome because it has a 15% chance to counterattack, which means high chance for him to place that leech. It's gonna help. Obviously, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, Vergis second skill booked, Morag fully booked, Deacon fully booked, so and Hellborn Sprite fully booked as well. But yeah, that's how you want Deacon, right? You want him to be tanky and survivable. He's running War Master again with Life Drinker and then down support tree with Master Hexer, with Sniper again, high chance to land that Leech because Deacon brings in the team. Not only does he bring the Thermitor, not only does he bring the decreased defense, he brings the Leech, which allows us to not have to use lifesteal on everybody to survive, right? That's why Deacon's such a giga chat. And now let's move over to the next one, Hellbone Sprite, which again can be any other buff extender. She's running in a speed set and then some random pieces again. 1, 2, 3 pieces that can still be maxed out. This one's nowhere near ideal, right? This one would prefer to be accuracy so that I can give her, you know, use her weaken or be a defense to be tanky or whatnot. This one's not maxed. This one's pretty decent, but plenty of stuff to improve. Again, she could be in stalwart, but her total stats, 242 speed. She needs to be the fastest in the team. 40,000 HP, almost 2.7k defense, some attack, some crit rate, and no accuracy because I couldn't afford it. A random Sinner's Cloak, just something to, you know, more stats. And I guess it does give her more defense if she loses HP. Then I do have a Blessing on her. I gave her Nature's Bounty, even though I don't have accuracy. This I get the extra HP and attack. And then Masteries on her, War Master, and then on the support tree. Again, I was going this. I would preferably finish and give Master Hexer and Sniper, right, for her weaken on the A1. But you need 230 accuracy in order to land it, so I didn't really care about it for now. But this is it, right? This is the team. This is one of the things that I'm most proud of, like I mentioned, because it's an insane achievement. I'm personally really happy. Again, massive shout out to Short on Skills for giving me the speed tune to work on, right? He gave me the base of it. I tweaked just a couple of things, right? Not much. He's the mastermind behind it. It's not my forte, but you know what? With his speed tune, with my grind and dedication, I actually managed to bring this, and I hope it helps the community out there, right? My goal was to kind of like, you know, give back to the community a little bit with this while I'm enjoying and having fun with this challenge, and I hope this does do that. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it. If you want to see more raid content while I'm still covering, subscribe to the channel. If not, I'm going to be covering Godforge in the future. But again, I'm going to have a link in the description with the speed tune. I'm going to have a link with the you know, new player link that I used to get Verge's Deacon and stuff. Then I'm also gonna write the promo code, and then you know, all the other stuff. It's just can be done. Just grind along, go ahead and do it. I forgot to show the Arbiter missions. I'm just on the last phase, right? I just unlocked the last phase, and that's where I'm at. But anyway, thank you for watching. Again, I hope this was helpful, and I'm gonna see you all in the next one. Peace, love, take care, run. Bye, guys.